Supreme Court's big decision. Victory for dog lovers or a new challenge? Just imagine. You step out for a morning walk. A cool breeze brushes your face. But suddenly your eyes fall on a pack of dogs sitting by the roadside. Some gaze at you with innocent eyes, while others bark loudly. A question flashes in your mind. Are they our companions or a threat to our safety? This isn't just your question. It's a question shared by millions of Indians. For months, this issue has echoed in society and in the courts. And now the Supreme Court has delivered a verdict that has captured the nation's attention. Today, we'll dive deep into this topic. But before that, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update from us. So, let's begin today's discussion without any delay. Let me tell you, this Supreme Court order is nothing short of a big victory for dog lovers. Earlier, the court had directed that all stray dogs caught in Delhi NCR should be kept in shelter homes. That order had brought relief to those who had long been complaining about the growing menace of stray dogs, attacks on children, incidents of elderly people being bitten, and the fear of packs of dogs running through the streets at night had all become part of city life. But on the other hand, dog lovers and NGOs raised questions. Wasn't this step like stripping these animals of their freedom? Was human fear more important than the lives of these innocent creatures? These very questions compelled the court to reconsider its earlier directive. And now, a three-judge bench, Justice Vikram Nath, Justice Sandeep Mehta, and Justice 𝐮𝐸𝐴, has ruled that stray dogs will not be kept in captivity forever. Instead, after being dewormed, vaccinated, and sterilized, they must be released back into the SAM area from which they were caught. In other words, dogs will no longer have to spend their entire lives locked away in shelters. This decision has come as a huge relief for dog lovers. But this relief does not come without conditions. The court made it clear that aggressive dogs or those suffering from diseases like rabies will not be released into public spaces. Such dogs will remain in shelter homes permanently. This provision is meant to reassure families concerned about the safety of their children and elders. The court's intention is clear. Both the rights of dogs and the safety of human beings must be protected. Now let's come to the issue that has sparked the most debate: feeding stray dogs. In India, people have always fed street dogs with bread, milk, or biscuits. Many even treat them as part of their family, going every day to parks, temples, or neighborhood streets to feed them. But the Supreme Court has now ruled that such feeding will no longer be allowed in public places. Instead, municipalities and local administrations will have to create designated spots where dogs can be fed. If someone is caught feeding dogs on streets or in parks against these rules, action will be taken against them. This may seem like a small change, but in reality, it is set to bring a big shift in our behavior and mindset. Interestingly, the Supreme Court has not restricted this matter to Delhi NCR alone. Now, it has become an issue for the entire nation. The court has made all states and union territories parties to the case and announced that, after further hearings, a national policy will be framed. Just imagine, this policy will not be only about dogs, but about creating a balance between humans and animals, about coexistence, safety, and rights. For the first time in India, a policy of this scale is being considered specifically for dogs. But the court didn't stop there. It further ruled that any dog lover or NGO wishing to intervene in this case must pay a fee. An individual petitioner will have to deposit 25,000 rupees, while an NGO will need to deposit 2 lakh rupees. This step has been taken to ensure that people don't unnecessarily crowd the court, and that only those genuinely committed to finding solutions pursue the matter. Now let's talk about the social aspect of this verdict. In India, dogs have always been considered companions of humans. In villages, they guard homes, play with children, and serve as emotional support for many families. Even in cities, people treat them not merely as animals, but as family members. On the other hand, however, the rising number of aggressive street dogs has created fear among people. In this situation, the Supreme Court's decision appears to be an attempt at balance, ensuring that the rights and safety of both humans and dogs are respected. The responsibility of municipalities has also increased more than ever before. They will now not only have to create designated spaces for feeding dogs, but also establish a helpline. This helpline will allow people to immediately report violations or raise concerns related to stray dogs. Such measures will bring transparency and give people confidence that their worries will be addressed promptly. The court also made another crucial point: any adopted dog must never be abandoned back on the streets. This means that once a family adopts a dog, it remains their responsibility for life. This provision is particularly aimed at those who take in dogs but later abandon them on the roads. From now on, doing so will be against the law. But here arises a big question. Will this order actually be implemented? In India, laws are often passed, but their impact on the ground is harder to see. Will municipalities really create proper feeding zones? Will the helpline numbers truly function? Will people actually refrain from feeding dogs on streets and in parks? These are the questions that, in the coming days, will decide the true test of this verdict. The international perspective of this verdict is equally fascinating. In many developed countries, such policies have long been in place. In several European nations, stray dogs are sterilized and vaccinated before being released back into their own territories. In the United States and Japan, the system of dog shelters and adoption is very strong. For India, this step may have come late, but it has arrived at the right and necessary time. For dog lovers, this moment is an emotional one. It is a victory for them that dogs will not be confined to shelters for life. But it is also a challenge because now they, too, must shoulder responsibility. They must follow the rules, ensuring that their love for dogs does not compromise public safety. For ordinary citizens, meanwhile, there is relief in knowing that aggressive dogs will be controlled and that a structured policy will bring order to the issue. This Supreme Court verdict is not just a legal ruling, it is a new definition of the relationship between humans and animals. It sends a message that coexistence is only possible when rights and responsibilities are shared equally. It reminds us that dogs are part of our streets, our neighborhoods, and our lives. They cannot be locked away, but leaving them completely unchecked is dangerous too. A 𝐮𝐻𝐿 India now stands at a crossroads, where it must decide how to strike a balance between progress and compassion, safety and coexistence. This order by the Supreme Court is the first major step in that direction. And that is why people are now asking, is this verdict a victory for dog lovers or a new challenge for society? Perhaps the real answer will emerge in the years to come through our behavior and our sense of responsibility.
If you taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.